各位同学，大家好，欢迎收看智慧与阅读的课程。我是今天的主讲老师邱怡慧 Florence。我们在上周已经谈过了有关于 Amy Chua 她的这本书《虎妈战歌》的部分的内容。今天我们再继续看一下她这本书所要探讨的议题是什么呢？我们在节目开始，我们先欢迎ICRT 的节目主持人 Terry 来到我们的现场。
Hi everybody. Today we're talking about American life and culture and how American and Chinese parenting styles are different. In our last lesson, we looked at how Chinese styles seem to be a little more strict, whereas today we'll have a look at that a little bit more in depth.
OK， 好，我们现在先看一下，就是Amy 事实上她对于她自己的这种 parenting 的 style， 事实上她也就是有她自己的看法。那到底是什么看法呢？我们先请 Terry 帮我们念一下这一段，第一段。
In this paragraph, we'll look at how Ms. Chua, talks about her own parenting style here. Ms. Chua makes fun of her own extreme style of parenting. She says she eased some of the pressure after her younger daughter rebelled and shouted, "I hate my life, I hate you." Ms. Chua says she decided to retreat when it seemed like there was a risk that she might lose her daughter. But she also says American parents often have low expectation of their children's abilities. One of the biggest differences I see between Western and Chinese parenting is that Chinese parents assume strength rather than fragility.
好，我们现在来看一下第一个单字。首先，先看一下第一个单字是减轻的意思。我们请 Terry 帮我们念一下。
Ease.
So what does it mean?
It means to release or to relieve, or in this case, ease the pressure.
OK， 减轻压力的意思。我们再接下来看下一个单字。
Rebel.
反抗的意思。Can you give us one example?
Sure. We might rebel against something that is giving us too much pressure. In this case, the daughter rebelled against her mother.
OK，rebel 后面的话通常是加上 against，A-G-A-I-N-S-T。好，再接下来我们看一下下一个单字
retreat。
这边是撤退的意思。So can you give us one example here?
Sure. A lot of times we will say, for example, the army retreated when it was losing. Usually we retreat or means to go back.
OK，go back 就是说撤退，就是撤退的意思。再来，接下来看下一个单字
risk，
风险的意思。再来下一个单字
difference，
这边是差别的意思。接下来我们要看的是一个片语的一个用法，我们来看一下。
rather than，
这边是A 而不是什么东西 B 的意思，就是会用 rather than 而不是的用法。Can you give us one example? For example, we can compare coffee and tea. So, which one do you prefer?
I will drink tea rather than drinking coffee.
刚刚 Terry 老师所说的是，就是宁可是喝 tea， 就是茶的意思，而不是咖啡。再来最后一个单词是
fragility，
这边是脆弱的意思。好，我们接下来看一下这个课文的大意。在这边的话，课文我们会知道，就是说他对于他这种非常极端的方式呢，有时候也会是就是会嘲弄一下，就是他会嘲笑自己这种非常 extreme style， 就是非常极端的一个教育的方式。所以呢，有的时候他说他会 ease some of the pressure after her younger daughter， 就是说在他的小女儿他如果是反抗的时候呢，或者是对他喊是什么样子，他说我很讨厌我的生活，我也很讨厌你。只要是他这样子说的话，他就会 ease some of the pressure， 就是会减轻一下对他们的一个压力。好，再接下来我们看一下，他说 Amy 呢，他自己也说，他也决定就是说会 retreat， 在什么时候呢？就是如果说好像他觉得他 他的小女儿他们就可能是会对他反抗，然后呢，甚至有的时候他感觉上好像快要失去他的女儿的时候，他觉得有这样子的情况之下的话，他就会 retreat， 就是好像会再撤回来一点，就是没有不会对他们给这么大的压力。再来，他会提到说，美国的父母亲事实上对小孩子的能力呢，事实上是有期望不是太高的。比方说什么呢？他说，最主要中西的管教方式不一样的地方，就是说 Chinese parents， 就是说在中国的父母亲呢，事实上好像会摆出一个比较有 power、比较有力量的这种感觉，而不是脆弱的一面。So, do you want to talk about your parents' parenting style because you have known about Amy Chua's parenting style? So maybe you can talk about your Westerners' parenting style.
Well, I think maybe one of the comments she made there was a little bit unfair, where they say Western parents or American
yes,
parents
true.
have low expectation of their child's abilities. And I don't think that's true. I think when we talk about my parents' parenting style, I think it's more a case of supporting the child no matter what it is they decide to do. Not low expectation of their abilities, but they just don't pressure them to succeed no matter what, or to succeed to being perfect. It's a matter about being happy with whatever the result is, as long as the child has tried.
Okay, so they give you more flexibility and freedom, right?
I think we could say that, yeah. I think the whole idea is that once your parents have taught you to be responsible, then they will trust your decisions because they trust they have taught you to make responsible decisions.
OK， 好，我们刚刚听到 Terry 他提到了，就是他的父母亲的一个 parenting style， 就是他父母亲的一个管教的一个方式。然后呢，他也针对刚刚 Amy Chua 他所提到的，就是说美国的父母亲似乎是对他们的小孩子的能力呢是有 low expectation， 所以这个地方他觉得其实不是非常的公平的一个说法。那当然就是他觉得他的父母亲是给他比较多就是支持，比较多的 support， 那这是比较不一样的地方。我们先休息一下，等一下再继续看下一段。好，我们下一段里面我们会提到的是一个专家，他曾经写过4本有关于 parenting 的书。那请我们来看一下他的看法是什么呢？我们请 Terry 帮我们念一下下一段。
In the next paragraph, we'll look at how another author thinks about the debate between parenting styles. Stacy Dubroff has written 4 books on parenting. I think that the stirring of the intense debate has to do with what does it mean to be a successful parent and what does it mean to be a successful child. Ms. Dubroff says Amy Chua's parenting style is not limited to Chinese families. She says it represents a traditional way of parenting among immigrants seeking a better future for their children.
好，我们来看一下下一个单字
Intense.
这边是强烈的、密集的意思。So can you give us one example of the word?
Sure, some people might say that playing sports is very intense.
Okay, so can you say one person is very intense?
Absolutely. That would mean that somebody takes something very seriously.
How about next word?
Traditional. Traditional usually means sort of older time thought.
好，是传统的意思。接下来我们来看一下这一段的大意。我们看一下 Stacy 呢，她是育儿专家，那可以看到她有非常多的有关于 parenting 的书。她说她已经写过了4本。那她说最主要呢，为什么 Amy Chua 这本书呢有这么多的 debate， 这么多 intense debate， 就是说非常激烈的一个辩论呢？主要的原因是说，到底什么才是一个成功的父母？然后呢，到底什么样的小孩子才算是成功呢？ 但是他又提到说 ，Amy Chua 他这样子管教的一个方式，不见得只局限在中国的家庭，因为他认为。其实呢，这是一种传统的一个方式，代表说移民的家庭呢，事实上都很希望给他的小孩子好一点的未来，所以他们才有这样子一个 parenting 的 style. Okay, Terry, here in the paragraph, she mentioned immigrant families. So, do you know a lot of immigrant families in Canada?
Of course, in Canada is a very multicultural country, and even in the cities, each city is very multicultural, meaning that there would be a lot of different cultures, a lot of people from different countries right within one city. So where I grew up, there was actually, in fact, a lot of Italian immigrant families.
OK， 好，我们刚刚听到就是说，其实呢，像加拿大的话是一个 multicultural， 就是说多种文化的。多元文化的一个社会，还有一个国家的意思。那在他成长的背景之中，其实有非常多的意大利的 immigrant families， 就是移民家庭的意思。接下来我们来看一下下面一段，我们来了解一下，到底这个 Stacy 她有什么样的看法。
In this next paragraph, we see how Stacy explains that if they don't have some of these skills, they may not develop certain other skills that they'll need to succeed. But she also sees a risk. When children have no time to be social or to follow their own interests, they might not develop other skills that they need to succeed in life. Stacy DeBroff advises parents to develop their own style of parenting and not just repeat the way they were raised.
Okay, in the paragraph, we only have one word. What is it? It's a 发展.
Develop.
Okay, so what does it mean here?
Develop means to grow, in a sense, or to have your skills grow.
Okay, and I think she also mentioned one very important notion, which is what is a successful parent and how can be a successful child. So can you tell us your opinions about it?
Sure. Well, I think she makes a very interesting point.
Yes.
That, and this is something we talked about in the last show as well, which is that everybody's different, of course. We have to remember that. Our cultural backgrounds are different, and we all have different skills and talents, and we all have different ideas as to what is successful. And this is what she talks about. We cannot specifically define successful parenting, or we don't define what a successful child is. We need to find our own style and find what works for our situation.
Cherry 刚刚所提到的就是说，其实呢，我们必须要自己去 define， 就是自己去定义一下，到底什么才是成功的父母，或是成功的小孩子。那我们自己要去发现哪一种方式才是会对自己是最好的。那我们来了解一下这一段的课文大意。我们看到就是 Stacy 呢，事实上她也看到了就是危机 risk 就是风险危机的意思。比方说呢，小孩子事实上是没有时间可以去做一些社交活动啊，或者是发展他们自己的兴趣。那这样子的话，其实他们没有办法就是在生活中得到一些成功的一个技能。另外呢，他也建议就是父母亲呢自己要去发展他们自己的 style of parenting， 就是自己的一个管教的一个方式，而不是在重复他父母亲所给他们的一个教育的方式。好，我想这个是非常重要的，所以呢，我们来了解一下。So, do you think it's very important for children to be social?
I think it is. I think if they are not social, they're missing out on developing certain skills, just as Stacy mentioned. They are missing out on skills like how to interact with other people, how to have a conversation with other people, and there's many other skills, of course.
Yes, it's very important. OK, 我们刚刚听到的就是说，其实呢，要去 social 最主要的是说，怎么样才能跟大家做 interact， 就是去做互动的意思。好， 我们接下来呢，看一下下一个单元。下一个单元的话，是有关于一个重要用法的一个补充。我们先看一下这边的话，我们会提到是有关于单字，有关于的是压力的部分。比方说，你怎么样去减轻压力？我们请 Terry 帮我们念一下。
Pressure or stress, and we might use these in terms of ease pressure, release pressure or stress, or to relieve pressure.
So what are the differences between the two words?
Well, the differences between pressure and stress. Pressure is something that is usually put on something by an external force.
So for example, pressure from your boss?
Pressure from your boss. We might also say pressure from my hand if I'm pushing something. It's an external force. Now, pressure usually causes stress. And stress is something that comes from inside us when we worry too much or we have pressure inside of us. We give it to ourselves, maybe.
Okay, so how about stress?
Well, stress, as I said, is the result of pressure.
Okay, so is it from ourselves?
It would come from within, that's right.
Okay.
The effect of pressure from our boss would result in stress that we give ourselves because we are worried about doing a good job or performing in the correct manner.
好，我们来看一下，就是 pressure 这个字呢，事实上就是外在压力，就是比方说从老板给你的 pressure， 但是呢，有了这个压力之后，你会在自己内心会产生自己的一个压力，这个是 stress， 所以这两个字事实上是有一些不一样。那我们刚刚有看到一些动词的用法，就是怎么样去使用这样子一个字。我们来看一下，是不是可以请 Terry 老师帮我们来做一下一个 example? So can you give us one examples about these terms?
Well, to release pressure is usually we talk about with objects when we're releasing pressure. When we're talking about people, we usually talk about relieving stress.
Okay.
So we might say one way to relieve stress is to go to the hot spring.
Oh, okay. But how about yours?
How do I relieve pressure? I like to exercise to relieve stress.
What kind of exercise?
I like to swim. I like to ride the bicycle.
Oh, that's good. OK， 好，我们现在先休息一下，等一下我们再看下一个单元。接下来我们要看的是 seem 这个字，这个字呢比较特别，其实它有很多种不同的用法。那我们一一的来解释一下。首先，我们先看一下第一张字卡，在这边的话，同学可以看到 seem 后面加上不定词的用法。我们请 Terry 帮我们念一下。
He seems to know most of the people at the party.
他好像都认识宴会上的大多数的人。那第二种用法的话，我们看到的是 seem like， 然后 something， 这边的 like 事实上是一个介系词的用法。我们来请 Terry 念一下。
It seems like a good idea.
OK， 听起来好像是一个还不错的一个主意。再来第三个的话是直接加上 that 这样子一个子句。我们来看一下它的用法。
It seems that everyone is pleased with the result.
好，这边的话是说，好，看起来好像大家对于这个结果是非常的满意，这样子的意思。接下来我们来看一下，就是有关于 rather than 还有 instead of 的用法。这边的话都是而不是，那是什么意思呢？就是有 A， 然后而不是 B 的这样子一个用法。那这是两种的一个用法，刚刚我们之前有提过。接下来我们来看一下下面一个单字呢，是易碎的、易损的意思。我们请 Terry 来帮我们念一下。
Fragile.
So what does it mean?
Fragile means could be very tender. It could mean something that could break very easily.
So, but in the post office, I think it's very common to see the word, right?
We usually see on the outside of a box, we'd see fragile, handle with care. That means it's something inside could break very easily. It's a very sensitive package.
好，我们刚刚提到，就是在邮局里面，我们会在包裹的外面，就是箱子外面会看到这个字 fragile， 就是说里面的东西可能，比方说像玻璃之类的，然后呢，请小心的去提这样子的一个用字哦，这是 fragile 的一个用法。接下来我们要来看一下 word power， 那这边的话会继续再讲有关于个性的字。同学，我们来看一下，在这边的话，我们会看到是有形容词的一个用法，然后还有名词的用法。首先，我们先请 Terry 来帮我们念一下单字。
Generous and generosity.
So what does it mean?
Well, generous means that you like to share or you're willing to share. Generosity, of course, is the act of doing so.
OK。好，那接下来我们看一下下一个单字
Kind and kindness.
So can you give us some examples?
Well, sure. To be kind means to be somebody who is very nice, of course. Kindness would mean, once again, the act of being kind.
Okay, it's very kind of you.
Oh, thank you.
OK， 所以我们可以用 "It's kind of you"， 就是说你非常的仁慈或是非常的好的意思哦。接下来我们来看一下下一个单字
Careless and carelessness.
OK, examples?
Well, sometimes when you're careless, it means you're not thinking or you're not being very careful. We'd say careless. We, of course, want to avoid carelessness.
OK, but I don't like careless drivers.
Well, nobody likes a careless driver.
OK, how about next one?
Sympathetic and sympathy.
And where do we use the words?
Well, usually we'll use sympathetic when you feel maybe a little bit sad for another person's situation, and we would call that having sympathy.
OK， 就是有同情心的意思。再来，接下来看一下下一个单字
Sensitive and sensitivity.
OK, is it a good thing to be sensitive?
It's a good thing to be sensitive. Overly sensitive may not be a good thing, though, but sensitive means to sometimes be very emotional or be very easy to get hurt.
OK, so sometimes it can be very negative, right? Sensitive.
Not necessarily negative, but of course, being too much of anything is not a good thing.
OK， 如果说太过的话，其实这样子的话，不见得是一个 positive 的一个字哦，就是敏感的意思。那刚刚有提到一个字 overly， 就是太过于的意思。再来，接下来看一下下一个单字
Grateful and gratitude.
OK, so I think we have to know the meaning of a gratitude.
Well, gratitude and grateful have to do with really being thankful. Being appreciative or appreciate what somebody does for you. That's called having gratitude or being grateful.
OK， 好，感激的意思。接下来我们看下一个单字
Patient and patience.
Are you a patient person?
I like to think I'm a patient person. I'm a very patient person.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I don't get angry very easy.
Oh, OK， 就是有耐心的意思。But patient actually is also a noun.
That's right. That's the something you would have. If somebody was a person that didn't get angry very easily, we would say they have patience.
我们看一下这边的话 ，patience 这边的话是耐心的意思。接下来我们看一下下一个单字
Rude and rudeness.
So what does it mean?
Well, it kind of means making somebody else feel uncomfortable. Maybe it means using words or actions that we shouldn't be using.
好，就是会让你不太舒服的一些字眼的意思哦。那这边是粗鲁的用法。接下来我们来看一下下一个单字
Tolerant, tolerance.
好，在这边我们看一下，这边是容忍的意思。So what does it mean?
Well, tolerant means to accept a lot of things. Usually we use tolerant when we talk about accepting something that is negative. For example, I am very tolerant of my friend's bad temper.
哦 ，OK， 就是比方说刚刚举的例子是说，我对有朋友就是 bad temper， 就是脾气不好呢，非常容忍。接下来我们看最后一个单词
，wise and wisdom.
What does it mean?
Well, wise means to have a lot of knowledge and experience. Wisdom, of course, is what we gain with having a lot of knowledge and experience.
Okay, but we also have a one word, smart, right?
Sure. Well, smart and wise are different in the sense that wisdom implies more experience and having a deeper knowledge.
Okay, but how about smart?
Well, smart simply means that we are very quick thinkers.
哦 ，OK， 我们刚刚听到了 wisdom 的话就是 deeper thinking， 但是呢，如果是 smart 的话，就是说它反应是比较快的，这样子一个差别。好，接下来呢，我们先请 Terry 来帮我们复习一下，我们在这2课里面就是要复习一下里面所讲的一些概念。
These 2 lessons, we've been talking about different parenting styles. And specifically, we've been talking about different parenting styles from Chinese immigrants, in the case of Miss Chua,
Yes.
and Western style of parenting. And I think one of the important things that we learned here is that, of course, everybody has a different style, and everybody has different characteristics. We've been learning about some of those characteristics in our word power section. So we know everybody has different characteristics. It's important for us as parents, even though we're not parents, but it's important for parents to have their own style based on what their children's characteristics are.
OK， 好，刚刚 Terry 提到了另外一个单词 characteristics， 就是指特征，就是个性这样子的意思哦。就是我们一直在 word power 里面会提到各种不同个性的一些字眼。那当然就是我们在这2课里面有提到了，我们有中西不同的 parenting style 的一个方式。那这个是主要这2课里面所要提到的一个重点。So Terry, what are the important qualities of successful parents?
Well, one of the words we learned, I think, that is a key to being a successful parent is patient and patience. These are very important things to have as a parent, I think, more than anything else.
Terry 提到了，就是说如果要成为一个成功的父母亲，主要的特质是要有耐心 ，patient， 还有 patience。那我想在这课里面呢，同学可以从 Amy Chua 她所提供的一些的 parenting 的 style 里面去思考一下，其实有一些部分是比较 extreme 的，但是其实有一些部分，其实很多父母亲可能都是用同样的一个模式这样去做，所以呢，其实每个人都有不同的 parenting style。那我们也希望同学就是可以从这边去学到一些智慧，去思考一下中西文化差异的部分。那我们在今天的课文之中还学到了，比方说 seem 的用法，也请同学熟记这些句型，还有关于 pressure 还有 stress 的 difference， 这个也是非常重要的。Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, and I look forward to next time.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.